Up next, beginning now, what drives online traffic and leads in direct lending? Brandon Hopkins, CEO and founder. Brandon?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can.
All right. Well, I wanted to just kind of jump in and offer a real quick overview of what DiamondLinks is and who we are as a company. I founded DiamondLinks and have been in the SEO and reputation management industry for almost 17 years now. And when I first started, things were vastly different, and we started with a just whatever works is what we're going to do kind of approach. And then we started to iron out what actually works. How can we dig in and find out what is Google looking for when it comes to online traffic? What is Google looking for when it comes to search engine rankings? And so our goal over the years has been to try to align ourselves with the search engine algorithms so that our clients can rank higher in the search results, so negative things can get pushed down in the search results. And so ultimately, long term, our clients have good online reputations, they have good online search rankings. And the difference between what we do and what most companies do is, like I said, we try to work with the algorithm as opposed to a brute force method of forcing the algorithm to do what we want. And that's kind of the crux of what we do, is look to work with it so that we're not working against it. And that leads to long-term results. In terms of online traffic and lead generation in direct lending, I'm going to offer a few different things today that we can kind of look at. The first is that organic search is the vast majority of the way people find things online. Some people ask for referrals and then search. Some people, a rare occasion, may go directly to a website. Generally, that is a website that they already know, such as Amazon. Sometimes you'll even search for something and then end up on Amazon, but there are situations where people go directly to a website. But the most common way to find something online is to search. And so with direct lending, it's not enough just to show up in the search results. It's important that you know what type of terms drives traffic for this specific industry. How can clients find you, find your business, find key areas of your site when they're looking for you or the services that you offer? The first thing that is an absolute mandatory is that you have a website. And now I'm going to offer a few different examples today, a couple different case studies. I'm not connected with any of these people. In my due diligence and in my research, I came across these great examples. So if I happen to use you as an example, I hope it's good. And if it's not good, then you have my preemptive apology. The first example I have here is Westerman Family Office. Now, I don't know the Westerman Family Office at all, but when I searched for different things, I came across their company, and this is what their website looks like here on the right side of the screen. It's just a username and password login field. There's literally no content. There's no contact information. There's not even a location for them. The principal, Avril Westerman, is the director of investments. And when I search her name in Google, I can't even find the Westerman Family Office website in the first few results. I find other things like her LinkedIn profile, familyoffice.com, and other related things, but I never find their website until middle or the bottom of the first page. The problem with this should be fairly obvious. If someone is trying to find you, your company, you have to have a website. So there's just no way around it. We've got to get a website. If it's a small website, that's fine. If it's a static page where there's not a lot of content, there's not a lot of updating, that is absolutely better than nothing. So to preface all of what we're going to talk about today is the need for a website. You have to have a website. Key areas of our website, and like I said, we're going to kind of go through these parts quickly because I would imagine most of you have a website, but the biography section of your website is important, and we're going to talk about why during this time we have. The bio section of your website should have all of your principals listed, all of the founders, the co-founders, the C-suite, any executives, any directors, any managers, whatever you call those people who may be searched. They should all have their own biography online. They should all have a picture, and they should have their own dedicated page. The reason being for a dedicated page is in finance, individual names are what dominate the search traffic. Now, for the Westerman example, most people are not going to search Westerman Family Office. Most of them are going to search Avril Westerman. Having a page dedicated to each of the key personnel is going to help them rank better in the search results. So your staff, from top down to anybody that will be searched, should have their own page. Now, most companies have a biography that has 10 or 12 or 100 people on one page. Sometimes you can click through to a deeper page, and sometimes they're all just listed on a giant grid that you could scroll through endlessly and never reach the bottom of their. You end up with pictures of dogs on these bio pages. Everybody should have their own page, not just a long bio page, because when Google looks for what page should rank for someone's name, Google's looking for context. What is the contextual relevance for this person and this search term? If someone searches a name, Google wants to offer biography, Google wants to offer social media accounts, Google wants to offer a Wikipedia page if there is one. That Google tries to offer someone the best set of search results that they could possibly have that will give them the answer that they're looking for. So someone searching for a founder or principal's name of an investment company or of a family office is probably looking for information about that person. Google knows that and wants to provide that. That's where the bio page comes along. Now, the reason that you need a bio page and you need to show up in the search results is because when doing business in finance, a lot of times the connections are a direct referral. People aren't searching family office near me. They're not searching private equity firm in my city. A lot of time these are connection-based situations. So someone will say, I worked with Tom at this company. And so now the person who's looking for information goes to Google and searches that person's name. Having that person's name is what drives the relationship. And when they search the name, they're looking for things like experience, history, accomplishments, a picture if they plan to meet that person. Who am I dealing with? And that's why the biography page is so crucial in finance. In a lot of industries, it's not important, especially like bigger industries like software as a service, a SaaS industry, because you're not working with a direct individual usually. You're working with a company. You're working with a software platform. But in finance, most of the time you're working with an individual or a group of individuals. So for most small to medium, even medium large financial companies, biographies are where almost all of the traffic comes from, and almost all of the traffic lands on the website. So the bios are absolutely crucial. My suggestion is have a page dedicated to each person. Secondly, and this one isn't nearly as crucial, but having a section on the website that talks about news or what the company's doing, what the company has been doing. These could be investments, these could be new hires. What this helps to do is establish credibility and share your successes. When people are doing due diligence about your company or about an individual, they just need to be reassured that they're making a good decision. When they search someone's name, they already know that person's name. They already have an intent to work with or contact that person. So all that the website should do for that person is say, you're making a good choice. Here's how to contact us. Here's our success. Here's why we're good at what we do. Go ahead and take the next step. The next step is contacting us. So that's what the news part of your website will do, is establish credibility for people who are looking for the reassurance that they need. The due diligence is done. Now they need to be reassured. So the fourfold purpose of a website, and where we're going to spend time today, is on number 3. The first is that you're to establish credibility and trustworthiness. This helps because we don't know where people are coming from. We don't know their mindset when they land on a website. So the website should show credibility. That's why pictures are vital in a finance industry, because they help build trust. Someone sees a picture, they begin to associate that name in an email or that name on a phone call, and they have a picture of what that person looks like. That helps establish credibility. Number 2 purpose for a website is to provide information. In finance, most companies don't want to offer financial advice, which is a good idea not to do. Is probably not a good idea to offer financial advice, but providing information about the company, the types of investments, the key players at the company, contact information, the types of other companies that you've worked with or investments. And so giving out a lot of information that is supporting the company and who they are and what they do. The third is where we're going to look at today, and that's generating leads. How can we get people going from Google and searching for a phrase that is relevant? How can we get them to land on your website and then ultimately make contact somehow? Getting somebody to a website is good, but that's the first step. The fourth step is to nurture sales. So when someone lands on our website, what do we want them to do? What is the direction we want them to take? And that starts with understanding the buyer journey. What are they searching for? What are they looking for? So here's an example that I found. In order to generate leads, you have to know what types of keywords are important. And that means, what are people going to search that you actually want traffic for? So if you can get traffic for names that land on bio pages, that's wonderful. If you could target a large keyword, like just say in general family office, or private equity company or VC firm, those terms are so big, they're dominated by the 10 biggest players in the industry. And so targeting those kind of terms is probably going to be a waste of time and money. Now, the example that I have here on the screenshot on the right is a company named Plant Moran. They rank for over 239 different keywords on this one page alone that's talking about IRS Section 645. Now, you don't have to know anything about IRS Section 645. It's totally irrelevant to our conversation today, but I bring it up because this one page has about 1,000 words, which is not that many, and it ranks for over 239 different keywords, all related to IRS Section 645. So how to file IRS Section 645, Section 645, 2019, 2020. People are looking for information about IRS Section 645, and Plant Moran has the best page about this topic according to Google. So Google has them listed number 1, number 2, number 3 for 239 different keywords surrounding that one topic. Now, if you were to imagine a topic in your industry that would bring in over 800 visitors per month, if you look at the very top right corner of that screenshot, it shows 820 organic traffic. That's a monthly number that's estimated for how many people come to this page from the search engines alone. And that is a very, very large number for a single page. And if they have a really poor conversion rate and 1% convert to a contact form, I mean, that's enough to build a business on right there. Now, if we look down at the bottom of this screenshot where the orange graph is, we'll see back in February, they ranked for over 522 different keywords. So this page, now ranking for 239 keywords, has actually taken a pretty steep dip where they were ranking for almost double that number of keywords. And their traffic was another couple hundred visitors per month. So a fantastic lead generation strategy. And I can give you this link if you want to look at it. The page is nothing special. The page is written by an expert at their company who talks about what is IRS Section 645. She's basically gone through and kind of written it in layman's terms. What does it mean? What does it mean to you? And then at the bottom is a call to action. If you need help with IRS Section 645, contact us today. If you need help with, and they got a list of things. So it's a very straightforward approach to generating leads. Provide information that people are searching for, give them the information that they're looking for, and then offer them a call to action. There will be people who read the page who don't need help because now you've given them all the information, and they'll go on their merry way, fill out their own form, deal with it on their own, and that's okay. You're giving out information to become the established thought leader in this industry. If someone comes back and says, I tried to do it on my own, or my CPA says I need a specialist, they're going to come back, search IRS Section 645, come back to Plant Moran, remember the website, and make contact, because in their mind, Plant Moran is the established expert in this field. And this is purely just a case study for IRS Section 645 as a keyword. There are keywords in each of our industries that will drive this kind of traffic specifically. So if you have an area that you excel in, focus on that. Develop a content marketing strategy around that keyword or those sets of keywords. One of the greatest ways to do that is to develop, what we call a hub, or imagine like a bicycle wheel, like a spoke type wheel where you've got the center strategy, you've got the center keyword, and then you've got these spokes that kind of emanate out from the center. And so, Plant Moran may have IRS Section 645 as one of the spokes because they have a whole strategy surrounding IRS codes. And so IRS Section 645 is just one of their many spokes that they have that happens to do well. 800 plus visitors per month is a really good content marketing strategy, and that's working really well for them. Now, to understand how they came across that type of keyword, IRS Section 645, we have to understand what the typical mindset is of someone who is searching. There are buying or commercial intent keywords, and there are informational intent keywords. And getting past the informational stage is the best way that small to medium-sized businesses can immediately start to see results. So, for example, in my industry, if someone is searching for how to get more website leads, there are going to be 10 million good companies out there that they can search for. Now, when they search for how to get website leads, they're going to learn about SEO. They're going to learn about content marketing. They're going to learn about pay-per-click. If they settle on a strategy and say SEO is what I want to do, their next search they may go from how to find or how to get more website leads to something a little narrower, best SEO company. And they're going to find again that there are millions and millions of SEO companies that are probably good choices. There's decent companies out there all over the place. But when they continue searching, my goal is that I don't care to rank for how to get more website leads or best SEO company. Our goal is to get further down the buyer's journey, not to just provide information, not to clarify search terms, not to bring in more information, but to be found when they're looking with a commercial intent. So I want to make sure that we rank for our own name. So my name, Brandon Hopkins. We want to rank for the company name, DiamondLinks. And then surrounding that, our specific niche focuses. What are those niche focuses? Because when someone gets further and further down, like in my next example, family office. Someone searches family office, they're not going to find what they're looking for. So they're going to keep clarifying their search term. Family office in Denver. Well, there's 25 of them. And they see Cherry Creek family office, which again, I don't know Cherry Creek or Tim. I just Googled family office in Denver and found 25 of them. So then they search Cherry Creek family office. They find Tim Olfig. Now they're searching Tim Olfig. They're looking at Cherry Creek family office. That is where we want to get, is that people, as they start to clarify what they're searching for, they move from an informational intent into a commercial intent. You want to be found at that commercial intent. Let the billion-dollar companies be the information sources. You be the expert when someone is coming to you with a commercial intent. So IRS Section 645 is way down the journey of information about IRS codes. If someone just searches, whatever the IRS Section 645 is, I think it deals with retirements accounts in death. I don't remember. That's way outside of my wheelhouse. But when someone starts to search, they get narrower and narrower. They see IRS Section 645 mentioned, and now they need to know what that means. How does that apply to me? And as they find that information, they're now so far down the buyer's journey that they know exactly what IRS section code they need, and that's where Plant Moran hit them. And with these keywords, with family office, Cherry Creek won't rank. But as they get narrower and narrower, family office in Denver, you start to see the names pop up again, Cherry Creek, Tim Olfig. And that's the type of broad focus to narrow focus you want to have. So we don't want to get so narrow that there's no search volume for that keyword. But what we call all of these long tail keywords. Now you can search and you can rank for these real broad match keywords, but you're going to end up competing with companies that are so large that you're really just outnumbered. You're outgunned, and it's nearly impossible to rank well for so many keywords. And so trying to focus on what will bring commercial intent at the stage of the journey the buyer is in, that is past the information, that's past clarification, and it's more of a transactional search. They're so far down their journey that they just need help. They want you to help them. And that's where you want to hit them, is at those long tail keywords. Now, most companies in finance rank for individual names. There are companies that rank for what is a VC firm? How does private equity impact the stock market? Whatever, these giant informational terms that are really of no value to most people, because they could be a high school senior searching for information for a report, or they could be a mother-in-law whose daughter just got married and her husband is working for an M&A company, and she's trying to find out information about what M&A is. The goal is not to rank for those large terms. The goal is to drive traffic to your website. How can you get people from the search results into your website? And that's where your money is going to be made. So most companies rank for individual names. In finance, that is what searchers are looking for. They're looking for that direct referral to an individual, and then they're doing due diligence on that individual. Now, this is fairly unique to finance. I don't know of many other industries that the individual is more important than the firm name. Now, there are, of course, cases that doesn't hold true, but in finance, the vast majority of small to medium-sized companies rank well for individual names, and that is where almost all of their search volume comes from. So I've got here 6 different companies, and I found 6 out of 7. One of them didn't fit, what I'm positing here, and so I dropped them off. But 6 out of 7 that I searched for fit this exact mold. So starting on the left, Richard C. Bloom, Murray McCabe, Dick Bloom, T.C. Ostrander, Peter Wesley down at the bottom. Those are all associates, and I think Richard Bloom is the principal at this company. These are the organic keywords, so meaning the keywords in Google that they rank for without their company name. So when I take out just the company name, most of these companies don't rank for any real keywords. They rank for names, and that's what people are searching for. And that's how people are finding these companies. And that's what all of these green boxes demonstrate that in finance, people are looking for individuals. So having good, strong bio pages with pictures, with a full page dedicated to each person is how you're going to rank for these types of keywords. You don't want to be outranked by LinkedIn and Crunchbase and any other of those types of sites that either aggregate information or don't help provide the exact purpose that you want. Your website can provide the exact purpose that you want it to do. So the next one, Karen Feinberg, Ed Amorosi, Damon Kritzer, all of these people. And then we have distressed private equity, John Cayley, distressed debt private equity. Now this company does rank for 2 other keywords, but these lists here are sorted by the amount of search volume that each of those names or keyword gets. So the fact that this company has 3 names above the keyword distressed private equity shows that they get more traffic for their names than they do distressed private equity. So again, even this company that ranks for a keyword distressed private equity still gets more results and more search results for 3 different individuals at their company before an actual keyword. The same thing holds true for the next company. The next one is Point Click Care, but they've got the 4th one over. They've got Bob Nye, Tyler Duke, Charles Noel. All of these companies here are ranking for individuals. Now, if we search BlackRock or if we search one of the big companies, there's going to probably be, quite a few people that, quite a few different keywords as well. But okay, so a quick concern here. One company here that I found was named Fortis Wealth, and they're a family office. Their website was hacked. Fortis Wealth, if you look in the red box, they've got buy hydrocodone, buy drug Klonopin, buy tramadol online, and that red circle shows that that was about August 19th. Now, I don't know what happened. It's cleared up by now. They've fixed their problem, but here's what the results were. If you look at that red circle down at the bottom, they lost their rankings precipitously. They have 40,000 backlinks pointed to their site with only 47 referring domains. That means that every website that is talking about them has 10,000 links. That's a major red flag. Google found this, that they were ranking for all of these drug keywords and has punished them. So Fortis Wealth here lost lots of rankings. And if you look, they've still not recovered. And it's been 9 months since they've deleted those pages. And that is one problem with having a good website is you have to have trusted partners. You have to have trusted vendors because people will hack a website. Now, most of the time this does not happen, but in a case like this where a company like Fortis Wealth was doing well, that's the potential downside. So having a trusted partner that can secure your website and make sure you're safe from anybody that would want to do anything nefarious is the goal. So by way of summary, establishing credibility, providing information, generating leads, nurturing sales is what we want the website to do. Having a clear goal, making sure that your bio pages rank well and are very clear is one of the first things that we look for in any finance related companies. And that's where most companies generate their leads in direct lending and in any finance related company. If you have any questions, our contact information is down here at the bottom. You can hit us up online or just email sales@diamondlinks.net and Matt and I will be in touch with you. So Mike and the team, I appreciate you guys letting me be here today. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out.
Yes, Brendan, thank you very much for doing the presentation today. You did a fantastic job. And, we are proud to have you guys as members and of Flya. The more that financial firms go online, the more important it is for them to consider their online reputation and some of the ways to do business development. I highly recommend that you get in touch with Brandon and Matt, and consider DiamondLinks as a preferred provider in this space. Again, thank you very much for doing the presentation today. It's great to have you as part of our organization. So
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it.
thank you. Just going to get through a couple of slides here. I want to thank all of our members. Here are members on this board. You know, we're definitely grateful to have a good organization that is growing. Tomorrow we'll be doing a presentation on Flyer. We have a special situations marketplace that we're launching. We're really excited. We have some upcoming digital webcasts coming up June 23rd and 24th, Real Estate and Direct Lending Part 4. And if conditions permit, July 16th in New York City. Unfortunately, there will not be an audience, but all of the participants will be doing their presentations live, and we'll have video. So we're looking forward to that if it is able to actually happen. We have a couple upcoming digital webcasts, educational webcasts. We have one coming on June 25th on hard money lending. Rob Jaffick of Boomerang Partners will be doing a 1 hour session with Q&A. JDM, who you heard from earlier today, is doing theirs on July 9th. Special situations in hospitality. He's going to reveal more details. Then, if you haven't joined or visited the Flyer Marketplace, I strongly encourage you to do so. You can find it at marketplace.flyer.org. Sign up, register. It's a great place to do your due diligence and to look around at various alternative investment themes.